Hello there, welcome to this webinar on a new business educational networking group called LibabunBEN. My name's Neil Sinclair, I'm the founder of LibAbun.com. We are a business coaching and training company that specialises in coaching and training small businesses how to grow, automate and thrive. So let me just explain to you how the word LibabunBEN come about. So as you can see on the screen here, LibAbun is an acronym for Liberators of Abundance, and the BEN is an abbreviation for Business Educational Network, hence the LibabunBEN. So let's get on with the webinar. So what we're going to cover off today is 5 key areas. The first one is, why is there a need for LibabunBEN? The second area we're going to cover off is, what exactly is LibabunBEN about? And the third one is how LibabunBEN creates value for its members. The fourth area we'll cover today is how LibabunBEN can help you. And last but certainly not least is, how can you trial our membership in the LibabunBEN group? So the first point, look, why is there a need for LibabunBEN? Well, it's fairly simple really. Most small businesses, or micro businesses I call them, are pretty chaotic. Okay, so now when I say a micro business typically a business that's run by either a solopreneur or someone that's self-employed or has team members of less than 3 staff, and they're generally doing annual sales of less than 100,000 turnover in dollars, pounds or euros, so well, that sort of equivalent there. We find these businesses also have no planned business development or reporting in their businesses. They have a lack of business structure and regular planning. There needs guidance to automate for further growth, so they haven't really got a plan for any automation, and it's pretty sporadic. And it lacks structure and accountability in their small business. Now, our LibabunBEN group is going to give you a framework to achieve all those at a level for your small business that is both affordable and definitely profitable, so you can grow your business. We understand that being an entrepreneur can get very lonely, and it's so demanding with so many things to learn, organize and do. As a small business owner, even particularly as a solopreneur, but even if you have a small team, you're overwhelmed with things that you need to be learning to balance. However, you need to work on yourself and develop yourself as a business entrepreneur. Like this pitch has been selected specifically because it's so busy. Because you are so busy, do you ever feel you are missing out on an important entrepreneurial education toward more success? There's so many things on that wall there that you need to learn and manage in order to grow your company. What we're going to do is we're going to help you get focused on just a few of these things, so you get things done faster and you grow things in a systematic way in your business that's profitable for you and allows you to have the cash flow available to actually grow the business to a level where you're comfortable with, so you're growing and the business is growing and you're on the road to success, whatever that level of success is for you. I want to talk to you a little bit about failure amongst small businesses, because look, there's a very, very high failure rate amongst small companies in the Western world. Okay, so look, and failure in small businesses is generally not caused by implementing bad ideas. Okay, failure from my personal experience is mainly caused by trying to implement too many good ideas. Now when I speak to business owners and they're trying to get half a dozen things working on the go at one time, and they just get overwhelmed and lost in all the noise and the list of things to do because they're trying to do too much too quickly. Okay, so part of our coaching that we have in LibabunBEN is that we only allow you to work on 3 things at a time. No more than 3 things. One of them has to be a cash flow thing, so we always want to improve our cash flow. But the other 2 things are other business development strategies you need to work on. Now, we will not let you, we encourage you not to work on a 4th thing until one of the other 3 that you're working on is completed and finished and signed off. That's a part of your development system that you'll learn, so that you maintain control and don't get lost in the chaos and get overwhelmed in your business and get disheartened. Well, the number one reason why 80% of businesses fail in their first 5 years is not because of lack of finance, they go bust. It's because of burnout by the owners. And they get burnt out because they're trying to do what I said in the previous slide. They're trying to do too much too soon, and they just get overwhelmed. Every one of these owners that have failed in their businesses tried to work harder, not smarter in their businesses. So you think, well, if I just put in the extra time, if I work a bit harder here, we'll overcome that bump. But that never goes away. It's because what you're doing, the way you're doing, growing your business, how you're spreading yourself on so many tasks, that is the issue. It's not the actual strategies you're working on. It's that you're spreading yourself too thin and you're not planning this correctly, and you're not restricting your resources to get things done faster, and it strings out the development because you're trying to do 6 things at once rather than 3 things at once to get your business to a stage where you can start seeing things happen. Okay, so that is the problem. So now the challenge with that is that you've got to learn to plan better so that you can get these things done quicker. Okay, so plan for your business and work to your plan, just as it said on the screen there for you. I want to discuss that a little bit more and discuss with you about the failure rates, because look, it's a very important thing. You need to understand this. Look, 95 from studies in the US from small businesses here. This is from the University of Tennessee research. 95% of small businesses fall short of meeting their projections. Okay, so think about what you intended to achieve in your small business when you started it. Have you been achieving that? What were your dreams and aspirations? Are you achieving those at the moment? Most people aren't. Perhaps you're one of them. Okay, the second point here, 80% fail to see a projected return on their investment. That is a very sad state of affairs. You're investing your time and money from you and your family into this business, and many people just don't see the projected return on investment they're expecting. Bottom corner there, 40% liquidate and lose most or all of their investment. That is tragic. Look, it doesn't have to happen. Where if we just planned a little bit better and took control of our business in a more systemic way, you would find that you'd have a much better level of success, and I'll talk about that in a minute as well. And last but certainly not least, 99% of the reasons for failure is a lack of planning and experience in the business. So, you're not planning your business correctly, you're trying to do too much too soon, and therefore things aren't manifesting in your business the way you wanted them to, and that just affects you as far as stress, burnout, finances as well, and business owners shut the doors and give up. Okay, now that doesn't need to be the case. We have a better way of doing this. Look, I've beta tested the LibabunBEN group with 5 small business owners over a period of the last 8 months, and in the first 6 months of that program, the people on that program grew somewhere between 30 and 80%. Okay, so between the 5 different businesses, they're all from different industries, all doing less than 100,000 turnover. So the results speak for themselves. You can achieve this too. Look, as a business owner, autonomy does not mean an absence of accountability. Autonomy actually increases your accountability. Now, let me just explain that. Now, look, I understand so many people get into business because they want to escape the corporate rat race, or they want to be in control of their own destiny, or they want to have their own business so they can be their own boss. Now, that's fine. The challenge with that, though, is that when you get into that situation, because you haven't got anyone looking over your shoulder, or a board of directors or other shareholders other than yourself, and perhaps another partner, whether it's a life partner or a business partner, okay, you don't have anyone to hold you to account, so therefore it's very easy to let ourselves off the development of the things, and we can make bad decisions that affect our business. Look, because you have this autonomy, you actually have greater responsibility to make sure that you are doing the things you need to be doing on a daily basis to grow your company, to be productive, so that you are growing your company. Let me ask you this one question. How many days of each week can you actually go to work in the morning, have a productive day, go home and look at your family in the eye, your partner, or wife, husband, partner, whatever it is, look at your family in the eye and say, I've had a really productive day today, I'm proud of what I've done, I've gone out there and developed your company, and I'm earning money for the family. Can you do that every day of the week with your family? Because if you can't do that, because you're having a lax time or not doing things as well as you could be, then there is a better way of doing this. Okay, so and we have that formula here for you at LibabunBEN. As an entrepreneur, effective accountability in any business always starts with the owner. It starts with the 5th letter in this word, accountability. Okay, it starts with you. Now, look, if you can't take accountability for yourself, you're not going to be able to expect anyone else to do that as well, which brings me on to the next slide, because a lack of accountability for yourself is the biggest trust killer in small businesses. Because look, if you don't trust yourself to get things done on a professional and regular basis, you're never going to be able to trust anybody else to do the same thing. Now, if you've got a small team and you're in this situation, ask yourself this question. Be true to yourself. And even if you haven't got a team, if you're a solopreneur now, if you don't trust yourself to get things done and be productive on a daily basis, you're never going to trust anyone else to do it, because you know what you're like. Okay, so now you can do this by, 1, learning the right systems in your business so you get your self-respect back in your own levels of trust, but through the development of business systems in your business and getting the right planning put in place, you can learn to trust others as well, because systems should run your business and people should follow your systems. So it's about implementing those things into your business in a systemic manner so you can grow. Now let me just talk about the benefits of getting this right. You think about your local economy and your national economy, whatever country you're living in. So for most Western countries, you think about, look, as business owners, we provide goods and services to our local economies and even our national economies. Now, those goods and services, whether it's to consumers or other businesses, those things there, those goods and services actually allow people to do things. Not only that, but through that, we are providing jobs to people. We're providing them things to do. We're giving them a sense of purpose. And through that, we're also collecting taxes in the form of income tax, or PAYE. We're collecting taxes in the form of sales tax, which we pay to the government. We're also hopefully making a profit, so we'll pay dividends on corporation tax on our business, as well as dividends as well if you're a limited liability company. All those forms of taxes provide the income to your local government, so they can provide schools, they can provide hospitals, they can provide roading, and fire service, Minister of Defence, all those sort of things that government supply through the collection of taxes. Now, almost 100% of the money the government collects comes from businesses. Okay, if you think about that for a second, that's how important businesses, successful businesses, are to your not only your local economy, but your national economy as well. The government requires us to be successful so that you can pay taxes to them, so that they can actually supply the services we want to supply in our local economies. So if you think about that, the responsibility to you for not only yourself, but your family, any team you have in their families, any suppliers you have in their families, our communities and our economy are huge. Okay, because look, we have a responsibility to be successful so we can pay more taxes to the government, so that we can, do what we need to do and do our bit and leave a legacy on helping our country grow. Now, paying taxes is a good thing. I'm not going to go into a lecture on that because it's a whole separate situation. But, the more tax you pay means the more success you're having. Okay, it's as simple as that. Yes, you want to pay the minimum amount of tax, but you still want to be paying taxes. Okay, so the more tax you pay is an indication of how successful you're being. So at LibabunBEN, we're helping you take control of your business and take the responsibility you need to do as a business owner to get control as a small business owner, so you can achieve growth, whether that's growth in revenues and profitability, or even achieving more growth so that you can save yourself some time and get a quality of life back. So what exactly is LibabunBEN? Let's talk about that. Look, LibabunBEN purpose is to educate small businesses how to grow, automate and thrive, and we do that in a systemic way. We are an incubator of small business entrepreneurial success through three major areas. The first one is our business networking group, which is done online. Okay, now we run these. I'm based in the UK. We run these on a Tuesday evening in the UK from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Okay, so if you're anywhere else in any other country around the world, you need to recognize the time difference to join those online webinars live. Okay, the second thing we use is we've got an online educational portal. So we have a LibAbun lab, which is where there's a lot of training recorded, and I'll show you some of the slides for that, the screenshots for those later on. And we have a mastermind accountability system put in place. So there's emails and other reminders that come out to help you stay on top of your planning and learn the skills and the discipline you need to have in order to adopt a business planning process and a methodology in your business for growth. So it starts off with a weekly webinar. So yes, we are on a weekly webinar, just like this one here, but the trainings I run on a Tuesday are live. So you'll get me live on a Tuesday evening from 7:30 to 9. And we're running through, and we have a format for that based on what week of the month is, which I'll cover off later on. You're going to get access to some training at the LibAbun Lab. So the LibabunBEN covers lots of different training. You get access to all these online training courses. There's hours and hours of course videos there, and there's a progress chart on you progressing through these different courses here. Range of different areas that help you grow, automate and thrive. So everything from business planning through to understanding your finances, through to how to automate your business through CRM systems, through to managing team. There's a lot of different sales training. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in here that you can use to help you grow your business based on your needs. There's even an employee induction course that's being added to this training. It's not on there at the moment. It's going to be added in the next few weeks to come. There's also forums. So look, when you're on a course outside of the LibAbun weekly meetings that we have, you're going to get on here and you can jump on the forum and have discussion groups around particular subjects. So you can see this one is around the business planning. So if you have any questions for business planning, you jump on the forum, you post it on the forum here, and not only myself but other group members will respond to this as well. Now this is also a form of networking. Look, it is not uncommon for you to find other suppliers who you might want to use their services. So, for example, a web designer or an IT support company, something like that, where you might be wanting someone to provide that service to you. Wouldn't you want to do that with someone who is actually on this sort of training, that's developing their own business plan, that has the same mindset as you do for developing your company? Wouldn't you want a provider like that who's going to you can have in a trusted network to actually provide that service to you as opposed to somebody else? So how does LibabunBEN create value for its members? Well, look, there's a number of things we do. So first of all, we conduct business networking education focused on growing your entrepreneurial skills in your business. So we're not a referral-based network. We're here to educate you on how to grow your business. That's our core purpose. If you want to do some networking with the other members through the forum and do some video one-to-ones if you're not in the same area and those sort of things, that's up to you. Okay, so, but that's not our core purpose. We're here to educate you on how to grow your company. That's the sole purpose of LibabunBEN. Our small business success format requires a couple of things. So first of all, we ask you to get on an online accounting package. Now, we recommend Xero, but there's other ones out there like QuickBooks and Sage and those sort of things. The second point, though, which is integrated with the first one, is that, look, we put you on a LibAbun Live Plan. So we use a business planning template called Live Plan. I'm a certified partner in that, and so are the other coaches with LibAbun as we move forward. So, and look, the great thing about the LibAbun Live Plan is that it integrates with two main online accounting softwares. The main one is Xero and the other one's QuickBooks. Okay, we always recommend, if you're going to adopt an online accounting package, to adopt Xero. Okay, and the great thing about the Live Plan is that it integrates with those online accounting softwares, and so you can actually compare in your business plan your actual finances that you've achieved for the month with your forecasted. So in your business planning, you're going to be doing some forecasting, and I'll show you this later. And we'll be able to assess and plan correctly with what is our actuals versus the forecasted results. Third point on here is implement the LibAbun small business planning systems. We have a business planning system that rotates around a quarterly planning system. Now that quarterly planning is broken down from 3 months to monthly planning, down to weekly planning, down to daily planning. But we're going to teach you the whole system, and there's certain checklists you want to do at each different stage in your business to make sure you've got control of your planning. These are short checklists that don't take very long, but once you've got mastery of them, it will transform yourself and your business as to the way you run your company. We get you to 10 weekly LibabunBEN meetings online, so that's the Tuesday evenings, UK time, okay? And then we want you to conduct 5 hours a week of working on your business and study per week. I want to discuss with you why 5 hours a week. Well, look, it's quite easy because, look, we've studied this. Now, we know that, look, if you just do 5 hours a week working on your business, you are going to achieve massive growth. You're going to achieve between 30 and 80% year-on-year growth, sometimes more, okay? So never less than 30%, guarantee that, okay? So, and we've seen this happen time and time again. Now look, the other 40, 50, 60 hours a week you're working, whatever it is for you, in your business, you can continue doing that stuff, but because you have a day job probably. So, you know, being a solopreneur or a small business, you definitely will have a day job. However, we want you to invest 5 hours a week with you and any team you have to actually work on the business so you can sustainably grow this company. Now let's just show you the figures on this, because I can equate this for you so you can see the real numbers on this. Let's take the top 2 lines here for companies doing under 100,000, because this is the target market for the LibabunBEN group. So if you're a business doing about 50,000 turnover a year, if you do 5 hours a week working on your business, let's just say you grew on average 50% for the year. Well, that 50% would be an extra $25,000, pounds, euros, whatever it is for you. So look, if you're doing 5 hours a week working on your business to achieve that extra £25,000 a year, 5 hours a week times 50 weeks of the year, we'll give you a couple of weeks off on holiday. So 5 hours a week times 50 weeks a year is a total of 250 hours working on your business to achieve that $25,000 pound euro increase. So that 25,000 divided by the 250 hours works out to be £100 or dollars or euros an hour. You're getting paid indirectly for working on your business to apply those business growth strategies we're talking about to achieve that sort of result. Now, if your revenue is closer to 100,000 turnover, those numbers double. Okay, so a 50% growth level of £50,000 divided by 250 hours works out at 200 an hour. Depending on what industry you're in, there's very few industries, unless you're a lawyer or somewhere, or an architect or something like that, there's very few businesses that you're going to get paid that sort of hourly rate to work in your business, okay, doing your day job, where you get paid much, much more on working on your business. So, you know, look, it's a no-brainer for you allocating this time to systemize your business and start growing it, okay? Because you're increasing the value of your business overall as well by doing this. Small business planning is the key to your success. It helps you clarify and focus on your purpose, your products, your processes, and people to make more profit. Now, I know that's a lot of P's in there, but look, we're aligning all the P's in your business so that you start taking control of your business to achieve much better overall performance in your company. Look, the sad reality is that most small business owners invest more time planning their holidays than they invest planning their businesses. Now, I know that sounds awful, but it's true. In reality, planning in your business should be between 5 and 8% of your time. I'll give you a breakdown here on the column on the right-hand side here. So in your planning process, we're going to teach you there's a 1-year plan, there's a 90-day plan, there's a monthly plan, a weekly plan, a daily plan, and that breaks down to KPIs, and they're all focused on your goals. So we have a planning process that breaks this down. I teach you all this process. It's easy to learn. It's not difficult to apply, but you do have to get good at it as you adopt that process. So let's just break down the timelines on this. Typically, to develop a 1-year plan, if you're going to do this properly, it's going to take you 2 to 3 days to do it. Now, to set up your plan, what I do is I set you up on the plan through the Life Plan Induction course. It's a 1-day course to get you set up on your plan, and you will have some homework to take away as part of that 1-day induction course, but you've pretty much got the framework done for your planning. We then break that down to 90-day plans. Now, to do a 90-day plan, typically will take you a day when you're first starting out to work on your 90-day plan. However, once you get good at that, after about 3 quarters, you can break that down to about half a day, okay? Doing your monthly planning will take you about 2 hours to do monthly planning. So when you first start out, it might take you up to 4 hours. A weekly planning will take you about an hour, but when you first start out, it might take you up to 2 hours. Your daily planning will take you about 15 minutes if you're doing this properly, sometimes shorter once you get better at it, okay? So, and then your KPIs, well, they're always measured. So all these are focused on your business goals, and that's the sort of timelines you want to be investing in getting it right. Look, it reminds me of a saying by Abraham Lincoln. He says, look, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I'll spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. That is planning. Okay, exactly what he's talking about there. So you need to be doing some planning to be efficient at what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Let me discuss with you an overview of Life Plan. Well, look, up here on the screen, you'll see that there's different tabs. This is a screenshot of the Life Plan. There's a pitch, there's a plan, there's a forecasting, there's benchmarks, there's a schedule, and there's a dashboard here. There's other options as part of your setup. Now, look, your pitch is your lean plan. I'm not going to talk about that very much today. The main plan we're focusing on is your formal business plan here. So this is your plan that does both. It mainly collects up your qualitative information, in other words, your text. This is your things like your target market and what your company makeup is and all those sort of things. There is quantitative data, which is your forecasting and your financials in here as well. So that's the third tab up here. Now in there you will do your forecast out for a quarter. Now we're going to do a year-long forecast. We're specifically going to break that down for a quarter. And we're looking at your forecast for the next quarter, and we're going to compare that in your actuals when we sync in your Xero or whatever online package you've got, if it's QuickBooks or Xero. If you need anything else, you have to manually input the numbers, which is why we always recommend you use Xero so that you can actually sync this directly, and it saves you doing a little bit of manual work. Okay, Xero it's about 20 quid a month, okay, to sign up to subscribe for Xero. So depending on what program you need. There's a benchmarking tool in here as well, which we can use to compare ourselves with other people in the industry. Look, a lot of that data is from the US, so we won't worry about that at the moment. There's a schedule in here, which is the milestones or the deadlines you've programmed in your plan. In your 3-month plan, you're going to set up a bunch of strategies you're going to be working on. You're planning out the strategies. So that's what you're going to be doing for your 5 hours a week. So 5 hours a week, you're working on development strategies and you're applying them into your business. So that's a key part of your schedule build out. And then there's your dashboard, which gives you a breakdown of your sales revenue, your expenses and costs. It gives you a breakdown of your net profit, your gross profit, and a range of other things there in the dashboard as well. So what are the benefits of using Life Plan? I'm not going to read through this in detail for you, but I will just go through the bullet points here. So look, clarity and focus. You're going to get clarity and focus once you've got a plan in place. You're going to get knowledge and empowerment because you're going to know what to focus on first and when you need to focus on it, so you get organized on a daily basis to really achieve your monthly and quarterly goals. You're going to get much greater financial responsibility. You're going to learn how to read a P&L if you don't know how to do that, manage your cash flow better on a monthly basis, and understand how a balance sheet is affected through your activities in your business, and therefore increase your overall profitability and your wealth. So you're going to increase your financial responsibility. You're going to be much better prepared, and so is any team members you have as well that you include in the business planning process. You're going to have improved sales and profitability, because look, when you're focusing on your goals and you're focusing on what needs to get done, and you're doing this on a weekly basis, things get done and things happen. You get better results in your business. It's a scientific fact. It has to happen when you're doing it at that level. It's got to occur, okay? You're going to get increased value in your business. What I mean by that is developing a business plan and putting these systems in place will increase the value of your business, so you've got something to sell further down the track rather than just working hand to mouth, week in, month out, and then at the end of your business days, closing up your business and you've got nothing to sell really. This will massively increase the value of your business, so you have something to sell at some stage in the future. And look, business planning can also be a team building exercise. Okay, it's a team building exercise, so that if you're including any team you have, even if they are people you're outsourcing, to include them in your planning so that they help you with the development of the business, whatever part they have to play in that, so that you can get all your ducks aligned and get everyone singing from the same song sheet, so to speak, excuse the pun there, so that you're all working towards a common goal. You're going to take control of your financial statements. So look, here's an example of a financial statement, even though this one's in dollars. Look, your financial statements can be changed. You change the currency on here to pounds or euros or whatever country you're in. So look, we're going to teach you how to correctly read a profit and loss, a balance sheet, and a cash flow statement. Okay, so look, cash is king in your business. You've got to be managing cash flow every week and month. Okay, your profit and loss is also very important. How do you do that? We're going to teach you how to read each of the lines in these statements here. Now, one thing I want to make clear, I don't want you producing these things yourself, okay? Yes, I want you to do the planning aspects of it, but as far as entering all the data for all this stuff, I want you to outsource that to a bookkeeper or an accountant, okay? They're going to update your Xero software or whatever software you're on, okay? Let them do that, because they're going to be able to do it 10 times faster than you, and they're going to get it right the first time. Okay, so now I have a number of different accountants who, especially in the UK here, that I can specifically recommend, that is totally aligned with the stuff I teach you in LibabunBEN, and can provide you precisely with the reports you need to actually do this on a weekly basis and a monthly basis in the management of your account. So if you want to be put in contact with a good accountant, either watch the webinars that are on the membership site, or reach out to me directly and I can refer you to an accountant who can work with you remotely anywhere in the UK anyway. Look, effective business planning is both a skill and a discipline. Just like brushing your teeth, planning needs to be done every day. Look, planning isn't something you do just monthly, or you do quarterly, or you build a business plan. How many people do you know that have built out a business plan and then put it on the shelf and never looked at it? I'm going to ask you to look at your plan daily. Okay, so even if it's just for 10 minutes, even if it's just to confirm that you've got nothing to work on today because you're doing that stuff tomorrow. Okay, but it's part of your planning process. So it's absolutely critical you start doing this on a daily basis. It's all part of the checklist you get. You get supportive emails to develop your skill and your discipline. Part of this process is for you as a business person and your team to develop both the skill and the discipline of business planning, so that it's inculcated into your business and becomes a business planning system that you are using on a daily basis. So look, when you first start out, you're going to get a series of emails to make sure that you are working on this stuff every day. These are just reminder emails. Here's an example of one here on the right hand side, just to make sure you're staying focused on that stuff as a little reminder. So you only get that for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then you break down to weekly emails and then monthly emails as your proficiency starts to develop in the skill and discipline of business planning. There's a format for our weekly meetings. So look, we have a monthly format for our weekly meetings. So, there's up to 5 weeks in a month, depending on whether it's a long or a short month. But week 1, we are developing a business development strategy for you to apply in your business. So it's one of the strategies that you've got highlighted in your plan. Okay, with the second week of every month, we are always discussing your business financials. So, you need to have your accountant or your bookkeeper bring your Xero up to date, which syncs with your live plan. And then, so you can look at your life plan in the second week of the month, and you can check out your financials and look at how you're doing, comparing your actuals results with your forecasted result in your business plan. Now, I'm not asking you to share specific numbers with the other members of the group. You don't have to share your precise numbers, but I do ask you to share Are you up on your projections or are you down on your projections? Has it been a good month or a bad month? Look, let's discuss those things. Put those things out there, because we all have challenges in our business, and some months we have good months and other months we have bad months. So look, we want to make sure it's a good month, and the planning format's going to help you do that. And by opening yourselves up to advice from other people, you'll be opening yourselves up for suggestions and learnings on how to overcome those challenges. The third week of every month is, again, applying a business development strategy into your business. The fourth week of every month, we're always discussing your planning. So what did you plan to achieve this month? Have you had all that stuff done? Have you worked on your 5 hours every week for this month, and have you applied those things correctly in your business? And also, what do you need to do next month? So looking at your plan and making sure you're allocating the time necessary to implement those things for the next month into your business on a weekly basis as well. And then on the months where it's a bit longer, where we have a fifth week, we again discuss another business development strategy. So that's the weekly format on a month-by-month basis that we go through with the LibabunBEN group. Look, we've also amalgamated hundreds of concepts and principles to design our own small business success framework. We have over 500 business development strategies that you can choose from, that we teach you to use and you'll get familiar with over the period of developing your quarterly plans. Now look, you only need to highlight up to a dozen strategies every quarter. Very rarely would you do a dozen. I typically find it somewhere between 5 and 8 strategies in a quarter that you'll be implementing in order to help your company grow. But we literally have hundreds there for you to think about. Now, it really depends on which ones you choose, depends on where you're at with your business development strategy. And we can help you with that when we help you work on your business plan on a quarterly basis. The transformation of this stuff and applying these strategies involves 2 aspects. It involves both transformational training and coaching and transactional training and coaching. Now, you may be wondering what those things are. Transformational coaching is working on you as a business person. Okay, so what is the knowledge, the skills, and the attitude you need to have to be able to do the things you want to apply in your business? Okay, then the transactional strategies are the actual strategies you need to apply. So how to increase conversion rate, how to generate more leads, or what is the strategy you're applying? So that is the actual transactional strategy we teach you. But the other one is, what do you need to, or who do you need to be? So what knowledge do you need to have, the skills and the attitude you need to have to be able to do that stuff? I hope that's clear for you. So how can LibabunBEN help you in your business? Look, the first question I want to ask you is that, are you living up to your expectations in business and life? So your success all depends on you developing that second letter. Okay, so, take a good look in the mirror. Think about when you first got into the business. What were your aspirations and your goals then? Are you achieving those? Are you doing all the things you intend to achieve and do in your business? Now, if the answer is no, then, you've got an opportunity to do something about it. I'm here to clarify your goals, help you work towards those goals, and fundamentally put in a system to help you work on your business on a daily and weekly basis to systematically achieve those goals in your business and more if you just adopt this process. We're going to educate you to think more entrepreneurially and to help you see things differently in your business. Look, the way your business is at the moment, the way you see your business at the moment probably is not the way your business actually is. And look, I've yet to find a business that I've gone into and found the business owner doing everything right and they're seeing everything in the right way. There's normally, at least half the things in the business that actually can be done a lot better and a lot differently. And, when you help business owners do that, it's very rewarding for people like me to come in there and help you do that. And it's also very rewarding for people like you when you start making these transformations, because we start helping you work smarter in your business and not harder. So, whether it's helping you grow your profitability or actually achieve the same level of profitability and revenue, but work less. Okay, so it's a win-win situation regardless of either way. So we are going to help you see things differently in your business. We're going to educate and support you to work smarter, not harder, and also get focused so that you work on your business and not just in your business. Now look, as I said, you got your day job to do, but we've got to get there 5 hours a week working on your business. It is a discipline, more than a skill. It's more of a discipline than a skill, but you've got to get it done so you start having that growth in your company. You'll learn how to take back control of your time. You'll conduct better planning. You'll make better decisions in your business because you're conducting better planning, and you'll grow your finances because you are conducting better planning. and systemize your business as well. Look, you'll see on here that we're a certified expert with LivePlan, but we're also a certified partner with Keep and Infusionsoft. So anybody that needs to go through automation through a CRM, we recommend Infusionsoft or Keep, depending on what size business you are. So as a solopreneur, I always recommend Keep. Okay, it's very cost effective and it's a great way to automate your business and get a lot of the follow-up and customer services stuff done in your business. And if you want to find out more about that, ask me about that later on. Here's a great statement from a great person, Mr. Warren Buffett. He's one of the 10 richest people in the world. He owns a company called Berkshire Hathaways, and he says it very well. It's not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. Now, what does he mean by that? What he means by that is that you've just got to do things with systematic consistency to actually achieve that consistently and systematic growth in your business. So that requires you to have a planning system. When you've got that, you'll be practicing your planning all the time and you'll get better and better and better at it. And, you know, as this slide here says, just like, you know, business success is exactly like Mum told you about music lessons, okay? Practice, practice, practice. Now, whether you learned a musical instrument or not as a child is irrelevant. The principle's the same. Even if you were playing sport or, you know, training for whatever you were training for, it's all about practice, practice, practice. Well, look, we're training to be a better business owner. It's exactly what we're doing here in LibAbun. It comes with practice. So we've got to practice that business planning every day, every week, and as we do it more and more and more, we'll get better at it. So how can you trial LibabunBEN membership? Well, there's a number of things you can do. First of all, we let you attend our weekly meeting online as a guest. We let you come along once as a guest to see what it's like. Okay, our business networking groups, they meet every week for 90 minutes. As I said to you, it's a Tuesday evening UK time, 7:30 to 9 a.m. If you're in the local Milton Keynes area and you'd like to come to a live group, we run those on a Wednesday morning at Newport Pagnell from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Okay, so you can come along to those. But if you want to do it online in the evenings, that's the other way to do it there as well. You'll also get access to the business educational portal, the LibAbun Lab, okay, where we're offering business development webinars, video training, ebooks, white papers, and lots more. Now, whilst you're a guest, you'll get access just to the free stuff on there. If you sign up for the monthly membership as a LibabunBEN member, you'll get access to all the other material that's on there as well. You don't pay for an individual course, you get access to all the material on there. And over the weeks and months to come, you'll cover off those courses as part of your own development work. Now, you can also bring your team members into that as well. Yes, there's a little bit extra to pay for that, but ask me about that if you've got a team on how you can subscribe your team to do the trainings on the portal as well. A little bit about the LibabunBEN membership. This includes, look, your LivePlan monthly subscription. Now, look, I just put it out there at the moment. You can subscribe to LivePlan yourself and do your own business plan if you want to do that. It's going to cost you about £15 a month to do that. Okay, now, that fee is actually incorporated in the monthly membership. The monthly membership here for LibabunBEN is £99 a month, but that includes your weekly meetings, includes access to all the online planning portals, all the training that's on there as well as the forums and a range of other things. Okay, but it includes your LivePlan monthly subscription factored in there, so you can take £15 off that price straight away. The membership allows you to participate in the LibabunBEN weekly meetings, which is the Zoom meetings we run, where we run those every week for 90 minutes. So, and you get plenty of learnings on there. You get access to the LibAbun Lab online training courses, which I've already explained to you. Okay, you get access to the LibAbun Lab online discussion forums, where you can give feedback and get feedback and network with other members, other like-minded members as well. So that's what you get for the £99 per month. There are some rules around the membership. So first of all, to be a LibabunBEN member, you have to also subscribe and do the LibAbun Live Plan training. Now, it's an online training to get your business plan set up. It's a one-day training course, as I mentioned earlier. There's an additional investment of £99. It's a one-off investment just for that training. And then we do a quarterly update every quarter, which is part of your membership. Okay, so look, that's part of your monthly. So you got a one-off payment of £99 to do your live plan with me. Set that up in a day, and then you've got your monthly membership of £99, which is a rolling monthly agreement, which is the next point here. So look, you're on a rolling monthly agreement with me. I don't believe on, like some of these coaches out there, putting you on a 6 or 12 month contract. I personally believe you're going to stay with me for as long as you're getting value. So it's incumbent on me to make sure we are delivering that value for you. Okay, you'll want to stay with me for a member for as long as that happens. Now, if you're not getting value, you want to leave, won't you? It's as simple as that. So we might as well put that out there and put that on the table. You can cancel your membership whenever you like. However, in saying that, I do offer all my customers a 6-month guarantee. It's a profit guarantee. So I guarantee to improve your monthly gross profit within 26 weeks by more than the monthly investment in the program that you're on. So in this case here, I guarantee to increase your monthly gross profit by more than £99 plus VAT each month within 26 weeks. Otherwise, the program after 26 weeks is free for you until you've achieved that. Now, look, I haven't had to pay out on that because every customer that I've had with me that has done their 26 weeks has made that level of profitability and some. Okay, so it's a no-brainer for you, really, as far as the membership goes. I just want to finish off with one little statement by Mr. Jim Rohn, who's a famous old motivational speaker. May he rest in peace. He passed away a few years ago. Never wish life was easier. Wish that you were better. Work harder on yourself than you do on your day job. Now, look, if you want to sign up for the LibabunBEN and come along as a guest and trial out the online site, then where this webinar is, you'll find a form where you can subscribe and register for this and get access to this and get underway. So you can come along to the next LibabunBEN networking group as a guest, and then if you just want to sign up straight away, you can do that as well. Have a fantastic and profitable day. Why would you choose to make it anything else?